HITZ Digital Radio, Tuesday night. I'm your host, Giant, the R&B Bully, a.k.a. Andre Marcellus, a.k.a. The Lyrical. RSK Guilty. Hello. What's up? What's up? Man, you just going to jump out the window out the gate. Guilty, huh? We're going to talk about it. A lot of disturbing things going on. We're going to really have a conversation. I really want to have a conversation. And I want all of everybody that's coming into the chat, what it do, Harlem, New York. I want everybody to chime in on each and every topic and give your honest opinion, your heartfelt opinion. Because we got to get through some of these things that's going on. Really some serious things. And you know we're going to have a good time as well. You know how I get down. So, at the end of the day, let's start the show.
We may have had differences. We may have had differences. We may have had differences. We may have had
Yes. Harlem, New York. Yeah, I did see it. I forgot about that. We're going to touch on that too. I forgot about that. I'm sick about it in a way. Y'all might think I'm kind of crazy when I say this, but I'm kind of sick about how it ended. Don't let me forget to talk about it. K Baby's Lane, what's good? So, we're going to talk about, I'm sure you saw the thumbnail, so we're going to talk about Wendy Williams, R.KELly, fans versus supporters, AHMAUD Arbery, that horrible tragedy in Wisconsin. What's it called? Wickeshaw? Horrible. So we just going to touch on a few things and get into some good conversation. I'm really sick about the BMF thing, but we're going to get to that. We'll get to that later. All right. Wendy Williams, confined to a wheelchair. Ladies and gentlemen, top tier. She's confined to a wheelchair. Will there be ever again a Wendy Williams show with her as the host? What do you think? I think not. But what do you think? I kind of just think it's time. You know, she's done so great. She's did her job. She's been very messy. I mean, that's what she was supposed to do. And now, you know, it's time for her to just sit down. Mrs. Ashley say, nah, I don't believe so. Well, I ride with you on that, on the fact that I believe in miracles. If you want to say, because if you don't believe so, then I believe in miracles too. But this is going to take a miracle. So with that being said, I guess you can say maybe she will be back. Maybe she will. You're right. Taboo, it's good. K Baby Lane say probably not. I mean, hasn't she had a good run though? Don't y'all feel kind of, you know, if you're a Wendy Williams fan, you have to feel proud of her. You have to feel proud of that woman. Prayers go up to her, Taboo. You're right. We should all be praying for people's health that is failing and things are not going well in their life, because you would want somebody to pray for you. So yeah, we actually need to pray for her that she can make some type of recovery. And at this point, I don't even care if she can recover enough to do the show. I would just like to see her recover and just live the rest of her life. I think that would be great. Yeah, Taboo, she had a great run. Great run. I would like to see her never do the show again and just live her life healthy. Just live her life healthy and chill. Come on, man. Some people don't be blessed to even get to that age and get to that type of success. So it's a big deal that she's even made it this far. Mrs. Ashley said, yes, she's done it all. I hope she won't get too depressed knowing inside that her time may be over on the show. Maybe do a podcast. Maybe so. Something that she doesn't have a lot of pressure. I agree with that, Mrs. Ashley. Maybe something that's not so pressure filled, because that's a pressure. You know, at least on your podcast, if you don't feel like, you know, getting dressed, you don't have to. Just throw on anything and get down. Lay down and do it. And the funny thing is, I thought about that, guys. Because when I'm chilling, I look at this as like I'm chilling and I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a comfortable couch. I thought about it. I thought about laying down talking. I still might do it. I promise you, I thought about it. Well, y'all won't even see me. I just lay down. You'll only see cigar smoke and cigarette smoke. That's all you'll see. I thought about it. Kind of like do the Levi. You know, just y'all don't see me. Y'all know I'm there, but you just don't see me. You just see smoke. Well, I'm hoping and praying that she makes some type of recovery, like I said. Now, even if it's not good enough to get back to the show and really handle business in that on that type of platform and the professionalism she has to do that at. Because on the podcast, you can stumble, fumble, blow your nose, walk out the frame, go get some chicken wings. I'll be seeing people eating whole meals on their podcast. I'm not going to do it, but I see it. Lynn, Mrs. Ashley say, laying down talking. Yeah, like, yeah. You say, yeah, like your buddy Jimmy. I mean, I don't know if he be laying down or not, but it do sound like he pretty relaxed. I don't know. Maybe he laying on his stomach smoking a cool mile or something. I don't know. I don't know. But let's move on. Send your prayers up for Wendy. Top tier. Put some prayer hands in there for me, please, for Wendy. Put it in the chat. Because she's really done a great job. I can't be mad at her. All right. Let's see what else we got. I want to talk about the AHMAUD Arbery trial. Have you guys been keeping up with the trial? Surprisingly enough, thank you guys. Thank you, Top Tier. Put them prayer hands up, everybody. Even if you're not a part of Top Tier or you hate us or whatever the case may be, put them prayer hands up for Wendy Williams. Put them up. Put them up. And also, like, share, subscribe. Everybody go in there and like it right now. Right now. Share it. What's good, beauty, is me. Top tier in the building. You're a little late, but it's all good. It's all good. I rock with you. All right. AHMAUD Arbery trial. What do you guys think so far? I know that defense attorney was bogus. Let me say her name. Hold on. Let me find it. Laura Hughes. Or Hogue. She said, I believe it was yesterday, possibly today, She said he had on khaki shorts, no socks, to cover his dirty toenails. Now, let's talk serious for a second. That should never have been said in a court of law. That blatant R should have never been said it bothered me so bad. I couldn't even believe it. Because I had watched her do her thing for a while, and I think I got busy with something else. And then later, I seen it all on social media that this lady had jumped out the window and said this. I'm like, this is what we doing in America? You can just say stuff like that? But unfortunately, people, she did. Yes, she did. With them witch shoes she had on. Did y'all see them witch shoes she had on? Like straight from the Wizard of Oz. If you get a chance, go back and look. Go back and look. She had on straight witch shoes. But do you think, which way you think it's going to go? Live chat, which way do you think it's going to go? Do you think it's going to, these guys are going to get off? Are they going to be found guilty? Put it in the chat. I'd like to know. Because Mrs. Ashley, I'm not kidding. Pull it up somewhere right now and just catch the clip when they show her feet. She got on witch shoes. I'm not lying. Those shoes from back in the day, like in the Wizard of Oz, for real. It's crazy. But yeah, I was feeling really, really comfortable that it was going to be, that it will be a total guilty across the board, you dig. But then, with this lady, what's her name? Laura, was running that narrative. And listen to what I'm saying. When she ran that narrative, don't forget, there's only one black juror. Only one. And this speaks to those people that are already in fear of black people. So to say that he had on khakis, this, that, and the third, she wanted to call him a thug, but whatever the case may be, and then said that his toenails were dirty. Toenails. Now, to me, if you're a juror sitting on the stand, whatever, and you hear these words, because even though they get walked through a whole bunch of questions and this and that, and they try to figure it out to the best of their ability if they're going to be fair. But at the end of the day, these are still people. These are still regular people walking around. And who's to say that somebody sitting up on that jury panel is still fearful of black people in some type of way? So she got her goofy ass up there and actually said this man's toenails were dirty. It's almost like you trying to describe an animal. Am I wrong? Somebody tell me in the chat. If I'm wrong, say, hey man, you off base with this thing now, man. You doing too much. I really feel like that was kind of a trigger, as you guys call it, a trigger word that said, hey, this man's an animal. His freaking toenails are dirty. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. That's very insulting, Taboo. Very insulting. For her to even speak on that. And a matter of fact, How the flip did she know anyway? How do you know? How do you know this man's toenails were dirty? Did they show you his autopsy pictures? Did they let you investigate the body? How did you see this? So, 9 times out of 10, they did not let her see that. So this is something she came up with on her own, 9 times out of 10, allegedly, right? Because it made no sense. At least not to me. You shouldn't have known that that man's toenails were dirty. I ain't never heard nobody in no trial mention somebody's toenails or fingernails unless it's some type of rape charge or something like that, and he scratched her and his hands was dirty or some crazy mess like that. But not in this case. They didn't just let you in to examine his toenails. You pulled the trigger word. She pulled it. For all those people who feel away about Black people, which 9 times out of 10, I would jump out the window and say allegedly probably 4 of them jurors are probably lightweight concerned with Black people being around, just being around. Because sometimes they just don't even like our presence around. Makes them nervous. They always referencing us to some type of monkey stuff. But, you know, that just bothered me. But again, do you think he's going to be found innocent? I mean, are they going to be found guilty or not? Or not? And a matter of fact, would you look at it like a win if they did be found guilty? Would you say that's a win? AHMAUD's still there. They still ran him down. He wasn't doing nothing but jogging. He walked through the house a couple of times. The owner of the house said, hey, the man never stole nothing, and I ain't tell them 3 goofies to chase him or do nothing to him. I don't even know them. So if he's saying that, how you gonna try to make it seem like this man was plotting to steal? I don't get it. I don't get it. And as the internet says, make that make sense. I never really say that outside of the internet. Make that make sense. It's justice for the family, but the action is still hard to digest. Absolutely. And I'm going to jump out the window and say this, Taboo, since you said that. I believe the mother and the rest of the family, they will get justice in terms of somebody has to take accountability for what they've done. But I believe she's accepted that part long before now. Long before now. She's just going through the motions now just to, I think, for the overall big picture of it possibly happening to someone else. That's what I think it basically is. This is for somebody else. This is for somebody else's son or somebody else's daughter or what, you know, somebody else's uncle or cousin. It's for them so that if they do be found guilty, then this could play a part in helping the next person who goes through something similar to that. That's what I believe. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I'm definitely not a wooden spoon. So that's what I'm kind of feeling. But I think it won't be long till we find out, though. It won't be long. Because I think by tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Wednesday. Thursday is Thanksgiving, right? Them jurors want to go have Thanksgiving dinner. They're going to have this done tomorrow. They don't want to do this no more. They don't want to do it no more. They ready to be with their families. In some places, COVID is dying down. Some places it's up. So they just want to go and kind of just chill at this point because it's very stressful for them as well. So with that being said, we're going to move on from that. And let's send our prayers up for his family and those that care about him and love him. And let's just pray it goes the right way. I'll say that. All right. Now let's go to this nigga. Oh my God. The Wisconsin parade tragedy. It was a Christmas parade, for God's sake. A Christmas parade. Pre-Thanksgiving. They said little kids were out there that had never seen Santa Claus. This was their first time to see Santa Claus. I mean, just some really Caucasian, Lily, good time. I can't be mad at it. I like a good time. And how they get down, they were having a great time. Real talk. It's not the Bugs Billiken parade in Chicago, but they were having a good time. Okay, so did you know that the man driving the vehicle was supposedly a rapper named Math Boy Fly? Yeah, Taboo. Another little child died today. That lame ass man. About his rap career. Took it out on his crowd. Who knows innocent children and the elderly. Yeah, they even had, come on, y'all. They even had the dancing grannies. A group of dancing grannies. And I think 2 of them died. Come on, that's insane. My thing is this. Before they caught him, and people were just talking about it, I'm watching it. Me and wifey. And I said, you know what? This man cannot be black. Even if it's a man. I kind of started to think it might have been a woman. Because women can be, overly excited at certain times and somewhat hysterical. No disrespect. Somewhat hysterical. So I'm thinking this was somebody hysterical, flying through the streets. You know what I mean? And I just couldn't believe it when I saw this man's picture. I don't have his picture in the individual guys, but I'm going to put it up like I had the thumbnail and let you see it. But, oh, man, bothered me. There you go. You see him? I'm like, what were you thinking? What were you thinking when you turned down that block that had the parade going on? And they say police at some checkpoint tried to stop him. But he mashed the gas and sped up even faster. But they also said it looks as though he was trying to hit people. That blew my mind. I just saw that today. I'm thinking, when me and wifey having a conversation, I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Like, I don't care what I'm running from or what's going on, but I'm not going to run over kids and innocent people and dancing grannies. I'm just not going to do it. I would have to jump out and just give up because I couldn't go on just knowing I just ran over some kids. It's the craziest thing in the world. Now, I know you don't want to hear this, but this is where that talk comes in, that we really get, I'm pretty sure a lot of us are tired of hearing it, but that's that mental health thing. He could not have been in his right mind. It's no way possible. I watched the clip. He rode past this little girl who was just dancing, doing about 70 miles an hour. Missed her by like a couple feet. I said, Lord have mercy. It can't be that serious. I said, geez. So, fast forward. He ends up going to somebody's house he knows because they showed the doorbell camera thing, you know, the ring or whatever, him walking up. He out there like a straight crackhead, you know, like he freezing to death. And dude opens the door. Long story short, Popo roll up on him, get him up out of there. Now, he had his preliminary hearing today. Did you guys see that? Did you see when they walked him in? He had on a bulletproof 3-piece suit. I promise you, I've never seen nobody walk into a court. He had the bulletproof pants on. He had the vest. They didn't even put him a shirt on under that. But they had to have felt like, because it was family of the victims were sitting in the courtroom. So I think they probably felt like something might happen to this dude. Yes, he had on a bulletproof 3-piece suit. Yes, he did. I said, damn. And when he sat down with his attorneys, when they started talking, God bless him, he started crying. And when I saw that, I said, are you crying? You should have been crying when you hit the first person in that beautiful parade. You idiot. Now you're crying? Then the prosecution read off all of his prior charges. Probably a mile long. Probably a mile long, man. Surprisingly enough to me, just recently before that, he ran over his girlfriend with the same truck. So this is like this is like his weapon of choice, I guess, is his truck. He runs people over. Well, he won't be running nobody else over. If you haven't seen it, can you guess how much his bail was? If anybody knows, put it in the chat. I've never seen a bail this high. How much was his bail? Taboo say millions. Yeah. Let's just say you in a good place, Taboo. $5 million. $5 million bond. They made sure he couldn't pay it, to say the least. And the judge kind of was so mad because he had so many prior charges and warrants in different cities. I think Nevada and then something in Atlanta. I mean, Georgia. I mean, he just had too much going on. And unfortunately, I'm the kind of person I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. So I'm gonna say he needs help. This is another example of mental health, in my opinion. Because that's what we do here. We do our opinions on this channel. We might not be speaking facts unless I tell you I'm speaking facts, unless I'm giving you information from another platform or broadcast. But when I'm talking basically out of my mouth, I'm giving you my opinion on it. I might as well get comfortable if he don't kill himself in there or somebody do it for him. Yeah. I mean, he looked at a nervous wreck when they was walking him in. He's not going to last in there. He's not going to last. And I believe possibly they want to do something to him right now. They going to help his ass in jail. You ain't never lied. Tyrone with Old Cove, you ain't never lied. They going to deal with him. Just based off the kids. People in prison do not really like you messing with kids. They really don't like that. You know what I mean? So, I don't like to ponder on things too long, but give me your thoughts. Put it in the comments. If you're watching the rebroadcast, shoot me a comment, shoot me an email. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you like the content, donate to the channel. Donate to the channel because it don't stop. Take that, take that, take that. It will never stop. Well, again, top tier, live chat. Put them prayer hands up for those people who lost their lives and as well as the families that have to deal with it as well. And I really feel a way about the dancing grannies. I really feel a way about that. The kids and the dancing grannies. I feel bad for everybody, but that's kind of my order. Kids, dancing grannies, the people. The grannies just glad they can be in the parade and dance. And here comes this asshole and hits them with his SUV. They need to beat the brakes off him in there. Real talk. All right. Let's move on. I'm going to leave this up for a second. Fans versus supporters. Fans versus supporters. I'm going to take my time with this. Thank you, Harlem, New York. Thank you, Mrs. Ashley, for the prayer hands. Everybody in that chat, put a prayer hand up for those people in Wisconsin who has lost their lives and their loved ones. Fans versus supporters. I'm going to take my time with this, y'all. I'm going to say this first. I watch quite a few people's channels. RSK, thank you. I watch quite a few people's channels, because I just like to know what's going on, basically. You know what I mean? And those of you who have been following the channel, I don't attack other YouTubers. I don't do that. Not arguing with nobody. Got no beef with nobody. No smoke. None of that. None of that. I don't do that. But There are fans of R. Kelly's. There are supporters of R. Kelly. And then there's non-supporters of R. Kelly. Right? Now, the non-supporters, they hold steadfast. You ain't telling them nothing. You ain't swaying them. They have no agenda. You know what I'm saying? They just feel the way that they feel, and that's it. And you got to respect that. Right? Now, this is what I got a problem with. In my opinion, just watching, some of the supporters are actually fans. Let me say it one more time. Some of the supporters are actually fans. Now, with that being said, there's quite a bit of people, and it's kind of hard to figure out which is which in some cases. But I will say this, and this is what we really need to think about. And think about what I'm saying when I'm about to say this. Think about it. Fans and supporters that do not know him really. What's your motive? What's your motive? Skylight says that's not true. They have an agenda to replace their accusers. Further enlighten me on that, Skylight. I don't think some of the fans, this shit going fast. Some of the fans are even that, in my opinion. Yeah, also true. Some supporters are fans. Our motive is the truth. Yeah, but see, that's what everybody should be with, the truth. But the problem is, do any of us know what the truth actually is? I feel like fan supporters are one in the same. Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. My thing is this. I can't be a fan because I was there. I was a part of the whole thing in terms of the music, the tours, and things of that nature. I'm a fan of the music. I support a black man getting mental health. Yes. Sha Duke, yes. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. Now, I can't be a fan, right? We established that. I guess I'm somewhat of a supporter based on the fact that, well, I'll say this, I'm not an active supporter. But I think I'm somewhat of a supporter based off the fact that I don't know what's the truth. I just don't know. So, which I think that bothers a lot of bloggers and a lot of people, that they don't understand why I can't totally take a side. I can't. I don't want to see this man go to jail. I've been knowing him for too many years. More than all the fans and supporters. I've been knowing him longer than all of them. So to me, it's like, if you see me not taking a side based off what I don't know, and it's been quite a few years I've been around for years. And if I'm not taking a side, why are you? Use your common sense. Is this camera on me? Or this other camera? I can't. And I hate, it bothers me to see them do it. I be wanting to hit them up. I really do. I really be wanting to hit them up. But all they going to be like, oh, nigga, get out of here. We ain't trying to hear that. We've been in this fight for years. Okay. And I've been in that fight for years. Years. See, I don't like how these folks ride so hard for kills or the victims. Everything is not concrete, bruh. But they be about to cut folks because you don't roll with their belief. Absolutely. I don't like that shit either. I don't like it. And you're right. A RICO charge is kind of strange. I will admit. I will admit. But I think there was a bigger agenda that we all don't understand, and it's that he's a black man too. Let's not get this confused. He's a black man. And sometimes that other side just does not want to see you keep succeeding, if that makes sense. And I think they just got tired. Same way with OJ. They didn't get him the first time. They didn't got him on some goofy stuff later. But in their mind, we got him. I'll wait too, Skylight. The same thing with that. I can't agree with none of it, man. That's what I'm trying. That's all I'm really trying to say. I can't agree with nothing they trying to do to this man in terms of that because I don't know nothing. So all the charges in my mind are like unreal to me. You understand what I'm saying? All of it's unreal to me. But by the fact that I don't know, I can't be parading outside of a building with R.KELLY flags. I can't do it. Because I don't know. I'm being honest. And I think everybody else should too. If everybody else would stop and be honest, they would just wait and see what happens because you're not going to figure out what happened. You weren't there. Nobody's going to tell you if what's going on is real and who's telling the truth. Nobody's going to tell you that. Yeah, it's a bit far-fetched, Taboo. Yeah, it's far-fetched. RICO Act? It's too much. This man wasn't running no criminal organization. And just like Bruce said just a few days ago, this man is not the sharpest knife in the drawer. He don't even, to put that together. He's not trying to put no shit in my mind together. But I can't put my neck on the chopping block believing that, well, I know for a fact. Y'all can chop my head off. No. I have to see how it all ends up. Because guess what? For those of you who are believers, like myself, if it's meant for this man to go free, he gonna go free regardless of what the hell we say. Let's keep it real. He gonna go free regardless. And it won't have nothing to do with nothing nobody did. It's nothing nobody can do. God has the last say, right? This last question: is it okay to use the concept of anyone's past allegations from 30 years ago? It's let's go in everyone's 30 years 30 past and see what that can create a case. Absolutely, you're absolutely right. That's wrong because that's over with. But see, that's why I say they like grabbing everything that they can grab. We just have to pray that they won't succeed in their BS. And I stopped flipping on them channels because they wore me out. And it is a belief from day one that things are coming home. That's my opinion on that. And it is my belief from day one that he will be coming home. And that's my opinion on that. All right, K-Baby's Lane. I feel you. Tell you how many times he was at home versus the road or the studio. Tell you how many times he was at home versus the road or studio. Well, home was the studio. Studio was in the basement. So whenever he was at home, he was at the studio. And for just to keep it a buck, he never really spent too much time at home. He always spent it in the studio, to be honest. I like you. You are responsible, and that all Kelly's supporters acts is for an open, objective mind and opinion. Absolutely. Absolutely. Truth be told, allegedly. Salute. Absolutely. And this way we can just, if you're a supporter or you're a fan and this, that, and the third, don't argue with the other supporters because they're supposedly supporting the same thing you're supporting. So don't get mad at them. Y'all all should be working together to try to figure out whatever can be figured out. I don't know what that can be. I don't know. Because I believe at this point it's out of our hands. This is in God's hands now. It's not in our hands no more. There's nothing else to investigate. You done heard majority of all the witnesses, this, that, and the third. The bed has been laid. Now let's see, will it actually get made? He might walk right up out of there. Who knows? But one thing I know for sure is I don't know. And a lot of these fans and supporters don't either. That's all I'm saying. So stop arguing amongst yourselves. It's like come together, do your content. I understand if you really a fan like that, you want to go hard because you love him in a different kind of way. And I get it. Yeah. RSK, you're right. They throwing everything possible just to see what can stick. And then there's other trials coming up. And let me ask y'all a question. If he's been charged, right? Now he's waiting to be sentenced, right? But also has another case, right? Would somebody in this chat tell me what can a blogger do at this point against those charges and what he has been sentenced to and what he has been found guilty of? What can a blogger do but pray? The method and the way he was taken down was ungodly. Then the documentary, which was fiction, all was wrong. Exactly. Yeah, RSK, not a damn thing. But pray. Harlem, New York, absolutely nothing. That's why I don't understand the conflict. I don't get it. It bothers me so bad when I'm watching it. I'm like, I'm watching all these people on panels and they cursing each other out and calling each other out their name. I'm like, why are y'all doing this? And see, this is what makes people come up with the theory of you're doing it for money, or this person is stealing, or that person is stealing. And see, then it makes none of y'all credible. Nobody's credible at that point, because at the end of the day, everything is about intent and motive. What is your intent and what is your motive? And with that being said, put it in the chat what you think. I appreciate everybody being here. And if you're watching the rebroadcast, put your comments in, because I know you'll probably have some. Put your comments in. Let me know what you think. Long as you're respectful, I'll leave it up. If you get disrespectful, I'll take it down. And then if I take your comment down and you feel away, then the next show I come on the channel. I'll put the link in there. Based off the media and hearsay, with no proof of being there to see it for yourself. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, Harlem, New York. Thank you. That's my top tier, man. Thank you. Okay, did you guys see BMF? Oh, Lord. Okay. I'm gonna just keep it real. Okay, first of all, okay, what's the skinny dude name that was messing with the young chick that was a part of BMF? I'm real bad with the names. What was his name and her name? Let me take this thing down. Hold on. Okay. First of all, when I first started watching it and I saw that she was messing with the young dude, this and that, I felt leery about that. Then once I seen she was connected to Lamar, I say, okay, this is going to go bad. And as I further watched Kato, is that Kato? Yeah. I never knew their names. Me neither Harlem, New York. It's like I'm just watching it. I only know a few people names in there, like the main characters. But yeah. But as I seen her playing both sides of the fence, man, I told my wife, I said, they gonna saw her damn head off. I said, they gonna saw her head clean off her body. Little dude was in love with her, like sick, right? Now, he hated to have to shoot her, but he had to. He had to shoot her. Or Meech was going to shoot him. Had to shoot him. He ain't had no choice. Or they was going to get him up out of there. Now, when Meech shot Lamar, I was like, oh, hell no. Don't shoot this nigga. He's the whole movie to a certain degree for me. This nigga prior episode, he was singing while stabbing him up. He's singing. Funny shit, man. Funny. So now, when I saw him leaking on the ground, he was shot in the stomach. I'm like, oh shit, he might be out of here. I'm like, if this nigga's out of here, I don't want to watch this shit no more. If he out of here this fast. Do you think Lamar's dead? Because if Lamar's dead, man, I don't know if I don't know if I get through the whole thing. I don't know. Because he was very entertaining. But because they never showed what happened to Lamar at the end of the episode, I believe he's still alive. I believe it. Yeah. Shay Duke. Yep. I kind of thought he did too. I kind of thought, Lamar had shot his brother. I did. But yeah, man. I knew they was gonna get old girl up out of here, but I didn't think Lamar was gonna get shot a second time. That threw me. Ty-Boo, I know you're not saying where can you watch this show at. It's on Stars. But God, and no one knows what God has in store for him. Absolutely, beauty is me. Talk your talk. Ladies and gentlemen, I have had a great time. I hope you have too. I hope this has been somewhat informative, excuse me, as well as entertaining. I've had a great time. Don't know if I'll see you tomorrow. I don't want to put it out there. My wife keeps telling me, stop telling them you're going to see him tomorrow and you don't see him. Okay. I hope to see you tomorrow. If not, maybe, well, maybe so. I might do a Thanksgiving late night show after I eat. And we can just chop it up about crazy stuff. Because probably, unless we get the verdict tomorrow for the trial, I'll definitely be back on. But I enjoyed everybody. I appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm coming on. And let's keep having some fun, man. And let's keep going through these topics and actually trying to, mentally massage this kind of stuff. These real things that are going on out here. All right? So, with that being said, I appreciate you guys. And I'll get with y'all on the next ride.